so stupid up in here?
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wife! I am a wife!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning, Houston, Texas. Guess what? Tomorrow's already Friday because it's Thursday,
Wow.
February 29th of
Leap day.
2024. It is 6 o'clock on the dot and it is the extra day of the month, extra day of the year. Extra day you don't get paid if you're a salaried worker because they didn't count for that. But it's also your birthday for the first time in 4 years. Happy birthday, leap year babies.
Yeah.
It's Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam.
We don't work too hard today, guys.
No, it's a regular day.
Working for free.
I was on
This
ABC.
is what you get.
ABC13.com, and they were saying, here's exactly why. It takes the Earth about 6 hours longer than 365 days to make a revolution around the sun. So after only a century without a leap day, summer wouldn't even begin to start until mid-July. So that's
Very
why
odd.
we have to do it.
If your birthday is today, here's a phrase that you didn't know you're called. You're a leapling.
A leapling?
Yeah,
Leaplings.
people born on February 29 are leaplings. And if you were born on leap day in the year 2000, you're just celebrating your 6th birthday, not your 24th, like people born on every other date of the year. And right now, since midnight, right now, somebody's giving birth at one of the many hospitals in the surrounding area in the Houston metro. How many of those moms were like, oh, come on.
Listen,
Just hang on there one more day.
anything free today?
Could we have gone before, like yesterday? Can't we just induce and get it out of there at 11 o'clock at night last night?
And how do you choose what day they're like going forward?
Mm-hmm.
Do you pick March 1st as their birthday?
I think you still pick February 28 because it's
you
still
do?
at least February.
That's true. Keep it the same
You still
month.
want to be the same month you were born in. I would assume is February 28. That's why my joke is my mom's birthday was yesterday. But for all we know, maybe she was a leap year baby. They didn't keep records like that in the village
Right.
when she was born. But I would assume you celebrate February 28 because you want to be in your birth month.
And
Your birthstone is the amethyst.
on your license, though, it says the 29th, right?
Yeah, it should say
So
that.
how many pounds, when you're 21, think about the confusion you get at bars.
Oh, yeah.
This
Didn't
is
even think
fake.
about that.
Well, no, they see the year. They don't look at the. They look
Oh, man,
at the
you see
day.
29th, you're going to be like, oh, this is
Yeah, but
real.
now they
This is
just-
You think half
They
those
scan
bodyguards are doing that
licenses.
kind of math, Eric?
I don't think so.
They're looking
I
at
don't
the
think
year.
they're doing it,
All
yeah.
they look at is the year on those IDs.
But a lot of times they just
that goes right past them, I bet.
they scan that Mylar on the back of the ID. It's not like the old days where you can make.
But do
a
they
fake-
do that in
fake
bars?
I understand.
Yes,
They
yes.
scan in bars now. They don't just look at it with their eyes.
Scanner?
Well, a lot of bars that I go into, they'll scan it at the door before you even walk in.
I said, you can tell how different it looks. Even my daughter's like, hers is the other way. Ours is what? Horizontal?
Until they're 18,
there's vertical.
It's vertical. Hey, I just looked this up. So on average in Houston, Texas, 191 babies born every day in Houston. So
191 babies are gonna have
new
leap year
leaplings.
Leaplings.
Almost 200 new future Rule and Ryan listeners.
That's
Yes.
right, baby. Maybe somebody was listening in the labor and delivery room to our show.
And they start listening early. Hey, Sam, bring up my computer. They start listening early. I always check the listener line first thing in the morning. Listen what just came in.
Hi. I love your show, and I listen to you every day on my way to school, and I always try to call you. Bye.
It just got
She
off.
grabbed her parents' phone or her
I
own
guess
phone.
so. She just grabbed her parent's phone.
Love it. Love
Could
it.
be her own phone.
Raising them right.
Oh, that's cute.
She sounded a little too young to have her own phone.
Well, you'd be shocked, but
That sounded like a
That sounded
6-year-old or
pretty young.
you know.
I think the youngest I've seen somebody get a phone is like
What if she found out she was 18?
8 or 9 because of problems.
Hey, Ryan, I don't appreciate being called a 6-year-old.
Hey, we
That's a
did
turn
have
off.
a coworker years ago
Baby
who had like a
voice.
cartoon voice because she admitted, she acknowledged she sounds like a child.
Who was that?
We had a colleague years ago
Oh,
had
yeah.
a really high-pitched voice.
I remember that.
Sounded like
remember.
she could totally pull off being a child on the phone.
She's got a future in
Real
voiceover.
high-pitched.
She
Real
was
high-pitched.
she was a salesperson.
Yep.
Yes, she had a really fun voice.
We wanted to maybe incorporate her into your prank calls.
Yeah,
Kev.
but I didn't want to make her feel bad because it was one of those things.
What,
where, like,
you?
What? You don't have a problem
the
doing
guy that
that.
went on the speakerphone in the office and told
Okay.
somebody their haircut looks terrible.
Oh, yeah, that got him in trouble.
What?
Well, this person, not everyone is okay with their voice. That's something that's God given. Like Eric, poor Eric, he's stuck with that.
I know. I'm
Poor
starting to
Eric.
suck through this.
He's got a normal voice.
But I'm giving an example here. We cannot choose, and not everyone is as comfortable. Like I know that Booster is sometimes
quiet?
complaining, like how quiet he is. He's not.
Soft.
He's a little softer than I am.
But you think it's because
like
he's known you for 20 some years. He has no chance to talk.
Yep, that's probably it. I always got to get that first and last word in there. But this girl was so sweet, and so I didn't ever want to bring her down to a prank.
How was your wedding and vacation and stuff?
So
It wasn't your wedding. It was a wedding you went to where your brother apparently on
You
Instagram
got married last year.
said-
That's a new wedding.
Yeah, said that it was the best wedding he's ever been to. And then he had to say, oh, yeah, I went to yours too.
Yes. And Sayulita is a new spot in Mexico I've never been to, and it was awesome. It was this cute surf town in the middle of nowhere, and it had a festival going on when we were there, and they had a 15-piece band, and in the front of the band was dancing horses. These cowboys on horses.
Oh, wow.
Dancing horses.
That's
now,
cool.
there was I heard y'all do wedding omens last week, was it?
Yeah.
Probably. Well, I have another one that something happened, big that happened, but I don't want to reveal it here.
Ooh.
Oh.
What? Why?
You can't just tease us.
Because I didn't know if Eric wanted to put this into.
Ooh, might be able to use it later. You could, do it now, and then we can do it again, too.
Yeah, we're in the safety zone.
Yeah, there's the tree of trust.
One of the groom's sisters came in feeling guilty that, she's got to come, although she's feeling sick.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Gave everybody the COVID.
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
COVID.
Oh.
She came in with a tummy ache.
Oh,
Come to find
Montezuma's
out
revenge?
that no. She came in with this.
Oh.
From the United States.
Gotcha.
It was like the cruise ship sickness.
Norovirus.
Yes.
Is it norovirus that's going around?
It was norovirus.
But she didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't know until she got there, and she was just like, "Oh, it'll pass." No, you know what it passed to? The bride and the groom, and the mom and the dad, and my mom, and kind of a little bit to me.
Is everyone's hugging and kissing? And...
Yes, because it didn't really hit anyone until the night before the wedding and the morning before the wedding.
Oh, no.
And so the bride and the
man.
groom are both like, "Oh God."
See?
Oh,
They're at the altar, prairie dogging it.
So they had this doctor come in, and he gave everyone an IV, and was life-changing. Had Zofran in it and all these other types of B12 and everything. And he'd got this whole wedding party back together, and they pulled it off, and it was so beautiful. And they stayed, and they danced, and even my cousin changed into a different outfit and kept on going. I was like, girl, you are rallying. Is this what you do at 29?
Kev, at what point did y'all know, like, she was like patient zero? I mean, that's so embarrassing for her, that poor lady, because she just thought, I've got some problem. It's just some people thinking I travel bubble guts or something. I don't know. How did
I didn't really ask her. I just kind of we traced it back. There was a bit of contact tracing. Like, where did this come from? And luckily it did pass within 24 hours for most people.
Oh, that's good.
I kind of had I don't know. I kind of felt a little bit nauseous for a couple of days, but nothing ever hit me seriously. Plus, I know how to handle a good tummy ache in Mexico.
Yeah. Drink mass quantities.
your
of
first
beer.
rodeo.
Right. But something really embarrassing happened to me too, and I have a scar on my head still a little bit. I don't know if you can see it.
What'd you bump into?
So I am I'm on that beach with all the hot dudes, and I'm feeling myself. Got my cute little bathing suit on, and I get up, and I'm like, because you got to walk back to use the restroom, which is no big deal. Okay, so I'm starting to walk back, and then this a group of super hot dudes. I'm here shaking me out and shaking me out.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, and then and all of a sudden,
Feeling all good about yourself.
Oh, no.
and I run into the umbrella, and I'm like,
Oh, you're trying to look
God,
cool. You're running right into something.
you know how the umbrellas all
Umbrellas
come down?
open? Yeah. Right?
Umbrellas open all at forehead level, especially forehead
Oh
level.
my God, that's
Oh,
so
dude, look at-
embarrassing.
Oh God! And this one gets me hard.
You seeing stars?
Yeah. Oh God, I'm going down.
So you're trying to act cool in front of these
And then
good-looking guys.
him and another 5 groups of dudes are like,
Oh, they laughed at
Oh, this is karma.
look at her. How much has she had today?
We
Come
were
over there and
just
talk to
talking
you?
about this.
That's funny.
So I recovered and scampered away. And I
but
came
now
back
you
a
have
different
the-
way. I was like, I'm gonna go back
Did
to
you
a
see those
different
guys
road.
again?
Oh my God! Now you have
I tried not to. I never looked backwards. After
Yeah.
that.
Kevin, it's karma. We were talking about yesterday when Roula took that tremendous fall in the hallway, and you were just giggling your head off.
What you
The
did?
fall was intern Super Dave. Actually, it was not
Yeah,
Kevin.
it was never Kevin.
Oh, it
when
was Dave.
Yeah, intern Super Dave saw me leap into the kitchen at the old radio station.
Oh, was that
because
it?
Yeah.
I tripped.
I'm sorry,
on,
Kevin.
Like my own foot.
it's
You know
fine.
how you trip up on the carpet?
Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing. Like you're just walking, and sometimes you just stumble forward. Well, when I tripped up, I didn't just stumble. I couldn't catch myself. I leapt into the kitchen and fell on my face. And Dave was like, "That was awesome." Think of like Chris Farley.
He's definitely Chris
Think
Farley.
of Chris Farley. He's like, "That was amazing."
Oh, my God.
Oh my God! I saw that from the back. Are you okay?
Because there was that little lip there, right? From
It was I do it every day. Like Eric was saying yesterday, Kev, we were talking about like little things that we do that just why when you're drinking water you start choking because all of a sudden you forgot how to swallow. You know what I mean? Like stupid things like that. You could just be walking down the regular normal street, hallway, sidewalk, your house, and all of a sudden you just. What is your foot shuffle or something? What happens there? We get caught up and you got to like tumble.
You do all the time.
Yeah, you catch yourself usually.
Yeah. Do you guys
It's always in front of people.
Do you remember older houses where they'd have we had a house when I was a kid where it had a sunken living room. You had to step down a step. A lot of
Sam
homes.
has.
Yeah.
A lot of houses have that still.
Right.
That's got to
Grown
trip
up?
you up.
Oh.
Don't you have like 2 levels at your
I do, but
parents'
these
house?
are steps. But I do have that in my new house. It's a
That's
step
your thing,
down.
huh?
It's like one
Yeah.
step down.
It's one step down because
That'll be fun for your
Santiago,
son.
he's supposed to go. You're supposed to teach them to go butt down first.
Right on the
he
steps.
just goes face first.
He's a boy.
He's fine.
Boys are crazy.
Yeah, he's
Does he
fine.
run
He'll
for
be
it?
jumping off that
He
furniture in
can't
about 2
run yet,
months.
but he's just like.
He's not walking yet, right? Or is he starting?
So he can take a couple steps by himself, but he's not legit walking yet. No.
What's that little cart with the Lego or the blocks in the front of it? And the kids push it because it's got the weight.
He has that. His
Oh,
favorite
walking
thing is
scooter
actually a
thing.
diaper box. It has really good the way
So
that
sturdy.
Yes, it's
The sturdiness
sturdy.
of diaper
It's
boxes.
empty, but it's sturdy. But we have an island, and he just goes circles around it and circles around
And
it.
it's lower for him.
Yes, it's
Isn't that amazing?
So
You can
cute.
No,
spend
no.
all this money on these special toys.
That's why I'm like, I don't
But
want
a
toys.
box.
Yeah, a box is his favorite thing.
All right, I'm going to that half-priced boxes store. Off
Do
Bel Air
it.
there.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Just go downstairs to the
Goes-
loading
Yeah.
dock and grab
Don't we have
one.
to buy birthday gifts? Or just
You
let's
don't
go
have
get
to
some
buy
boxes.
him.
Go to Costco.
Don't buy him
Get
anything.
those free boxes in the.
He loves the one Costco box that I have that carries his formula because it looks like a little desk if you flip it over. It's really
Oh.
funny.
Hey, what
So,
does he like
boxes
though?
Is awesome.
What does he like?
Dinosaurs, Ryan. Have we learned that?
Dinosaurs. Thank you, Rolla.
No.
Dinosaurs. And we learned, Kevin,
Stop
while you were
it.
gone, that kids who play with dinosaurs when they're young show that they grow up to be very smart.
Yeah,
That's
they're
my
like
wife about that.
geniuses.
She's like, "Oh, there's this place with some good clothes." I'm like, "Clothes? I'm not getting a 1-year-old clothes."
Yeah, I'll grow it
They need it 'cause
like
they
one
outgrow
day.
it. She probably needs some
I
because
know,
these
but
little
You don't want me
chunky
picking out
monkeys.
clothes.
He is a chunky monkey.
Yeah, little chunkers.
I just buy him 2T. I'm like, you'll grow into this kid.
I want to get
'cause
you loud toys.
He's a
and
little
toys that
short king.
Annoy you.
Eric's going to buy
Eric,
you the
you're
toy
such
that
a
won't
jerk.
shut up.
You're such a jerk.
It doesn't have an off button.
Those are
Goes
fun.
Ding, 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 ding,
They
ding.
are.
All right, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop. Wow, well, this is a new level of trashiness. We have people calling up saying all the time, like, my mom stole my boyfriend or my husband messed around with my mom on roses. And we're like, what in the hell is going on?
Gross.
What celebrity family is in this kind of a tussle? Celebrity family. When you hear about it, you'll be like, that makes sense.
Uh-oh.
And somebody might be really mad. That's how I put it, but we'll find out what it is next. Here's your weather for today.
It's going to be cloudy. Looks like a high of only 57, so definitely cooler today. Right now, 50 degrees and 612 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
I am proud to introduce
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
KRVE.
All right, a couple little program notes, my friends. We are officially in Rodeo Houston season. As you know, Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani surprised everyone that first night. And we've got great shows coming, and we've got tickets for
Surprised
all
everybody-
these shows.
I was calling that 3 weeks ago when I found out she was doing the
The christening for the Carnival cruise
Jubilee,
ship.
Right.
Yeah, and then she showed up yesterday. They did the show here. She showed up in Nashville. Those two. There's a big radio convention for country programmers, and
Yeah.
they showed up there for the lunchtime.
I'm
Like,
kind of surprised
they
that
know
Eric,
how
we
to work
didn't
it.
have more Gwen spottings over the week.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe she
Did
did that
not
Saturday.
stay here then?
That's what I'm thinking. She probably flew back.
Yeah, we would have had Gwen and Blake spottings over the time from the Jubilee christening to Blake's show, and we didn't.
What's interesting is
We would have heard about something.
How far is that flight from Nashville to here?
not long.
Hour and a half.
About 90
Maybe.
minutes, yeah.
We had a private jet in and out, zoom, zoom.
I was going to say what's interesting is that I wish you would have swung by here. I mean, because they first broke in Los Angeles, but because they're an LA band.
You're saying
no doubt.
Yes.
Gwen Stefani's
You got to connect the dots right.
Yeah, sorry about
in
that.
your head, you're already in no doubt world.
I'm leaping like 30 seconds ahead in the story. It's a problem I have. But the first city that they actually broke in the United States was Houston, Texas, and it was done right here at KRBE.
In like 95 or 94?
Yeah, I think 95.
Well, Blake Shelton kicked off rodeo season. Carly Pierce was last night. Tonight is for King and Country. And we have got some fabulous tickets, my friends. You know, there are two ways you can win tickets today. One, at 8 o'clock, we're going to give you the rodeo sounder of the day, and that's between 9 and 7 p.m. In that window, when you hear that rodeo sounder, you just, call the radio station and you get tickets. The other way is we have the special Raising Cane's rodeo tickets.
Oh, this is nice.
4 field level tickets and a premium parking pass to see Lainey Wilson. And we have that coming up today, which I'm super excited about. We're doing a game for that at 7:40, right?
Yep,
we're doing a game for that at 7:40.
We do the rodeo game. Basically, it's our, you have to, we do 3 and 5. You got to do 3 things in 5 seconds. We could do 4 things or 5 things in 8 seconds.
8 seconds.
8 seconds, how long you have to stand a bull?
What do you think? 4 things?
Sure.
4
in
things,
8 seconds?
4 things in 8 seconds. I think we could do that.
We could do that.
3 and 5, 4.
It's kind of in the middle there. I don't know.
It only gives you a
Yeah.
2-second leeway, 3 to 5. So you got to do a 2-second leeway, but you don't want to do 6 to 8. I think maybe 5 to 8.
Ooh, that's tough.
We're not going to win.
5 is tough.
This is a great prize, though.
It is a great prize. But then if we see in the first round they can't get it, we drop it down to 4.
All right, Sam, give me 5 rodeo foods. Go.
Fried Oreos, fried cheesecake, fried pickles, fried hot dogs, turkey leg.
Well, she did it.
It hot dog fried?
Wow.
I
Well,
wouldn't
I
be
said
surprised.
items. I just said good items. That would count.
They're all
hot
different
dogs.
items.
I just
She did
put down
that.
the fried
You did that in
leg.
6 seconds.
Okay, so at 7:40,
Yeah.
we're going to play that rodeo game to win those 4 field level tickets and get that premium parking pass from Raising Cane's. So exciting. And so, it's just so fun. Okay, now let me read this other thing here. I just went to the mailbox and this sweet little boy sent us this letter. It says here he wrote it on February 6th. It got to us on the 8th. And it was kind of like stuck in the little side thing. And I was like, is this for me or is this for somebody else? And it says Roula and Ryan Show. His name is Liam. It says Mrs. Burke's class.
Aww.
And you open it up. You see how it's all spread out like this? And it says, Dear Roula and Ryan, I am writing this letter as part of an assignment.
Oh.
You guys are super funny. And I listen in the morning while I wait for the bus with my mom. You guys play all my favorite songs. Liam, 4th grade, Copeland Elementary.
Oh,
Liam, thank you.
Sweet.
So cute, Liam.
Your teacher needs to give you an A for that.
Well,
I'll give you a big
the assignment
hug.
was on the 8th, so it's been
Well,
3 weeks.
look at
Poor kids.
Yeah, but look at the post service
Well,
here.
either way,
It's
we got
amazing.
it. We
Kevin's
got
still
it.
waiting on packages from 3 months ago.
Yeah, we got it when we got it. So, Liam, thanks for your letter.
I like
we
to see a
got
kid
your
write a letter because kids don't write
Yeah,
letters anymore.
snail
That's the
mail.
assignment. They have to write the letter and mail it. Okay, let's get to the family that you probably like with the work they produce, but you didn't know they're producing family drama. When Miley Cyrus won her Grammys, some of the drama was, she only thanked her mom, not her dad. Her mom was sitting with her, not her dad. Well, since Tish and Billy Ray Cyrus went their separate ways, I guess there's no love lost there. And she has since remarried. Dominic Purcell. Do you know who that is? Dominic Purcell?
Not a clue.
Sounds
he was
familiar.
on Prison Break on Fox.
Oh, yeah, he's the brother. Was he the one that was trying to get his brother out of...
It's Australian, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one that's trying to, yeah. So, turns out, okay, we don't really pay attention to that. We don't pay attention. We didn't pay attention. Well, the big story, every single headline from the UK to here is like, Jerry.
Uh-oh.
One of them actually says Jerry, in exclamation points 3 times. Because apparently Tish Cyrus stole this man from her daughter.
Oh.
Her daughter was dating him first, Noah. And then she was not allowed at the wedding. They had security at the wedding for other reasons, I'm sure. But it was at Miley's house when Tish married him. And there was a lot of friction. They're like, oh, that's weird. So is her family estranged because of the divorce? And so Noah's Team Billy Ray? No, it turns out
Oh, my
Noah was
gosh.
with him first. And then Tish got with him.
Ugh.
Is no okay with that?
No, not at all. That's why they're estranged now. So it's one of those.
Because sometimes they're like, yeah, Mama, you can have him. But she don't sound. She don't sound like that. I've interviewed her. She definitely doesn't sound like that. But still, she was always just
More
very, quiet, kind of timid. I I don't see her getting really angry about anything, but that is so
That might
messed
make you
up.
angry.
Yeah. It says when Tish first started pursuing Dominic, supposedly Noah was with him, and Tish knew this, and there was overlap, and that is why
Oh, man.
they are estranged from each other.
How can you do that to your own
What's
child?
the age? Do we know the age difference?
Let me see, actually, because
He's
Noah
older.
has a lot of risque pictures, like her OnlyFans or something. She have
How old's
OnlyFans?
that guy?
Dominic Purcell. Hold on, I just looked him up. Darn it, I
He's gonna
changed
be
that
like
page.
40.
Because Noah's
Four.
music career didn't work out.
I guess not.
I mean,
That's
it's,
right.
it's just messed up to do that to your own child.
How old's his Miley's mom?
Let me look at it.
Ooh, Roula. I
Dominic,
just looked on Daily
54.
Mail, and now
Yeah.
it's saying that Miley Cyrus' sister Noah never dated mom's Tish husband.
Oh, wait, just now?
And that it's fabricating the romance to paint herself as the victim in
Fake
this
news.
family feud.
Oh, she's saying that.
Look at this.
That's
look
what
at
she
this.
said. Yeah.
Okay.
Look,
so
look at
Tish
these
is
headlines, though,
56.
Sam. It says she's 56, he's 52. No, he's 54. How
He's
old is
54.
Noah?
Noah's 24.
Yeah. Look at this.
Yeah, maybe you should be with the mom.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at all those headlines. Did Tish Cyrus steal husband Dominic Purcell from daughter Noah? Daily Mail. Is the Cyrus family even more dysfunctional than we thought? Page 6. Noah Cyrus posts bizarre photos on Instagram as family feud rumors. Yahoo. Tish Cyrus accused of stealing husband Dominic Purcell. TMZ. Tish Cyrus surfaces amid report she stole husband from daughter Noah.
But now Noah's saying no.
And now Noah's saying it's a ploy?
It's Daily Mail. I don't know where they're
Well,
getting their
here's
source.
Daily Mail 10 hours ago.
Yeah, this one is
I bet the mom
yesterday.
probably trying to put it out.
So then 10 hours ago would be sooner than yesterday. Did they change their tune?
I don't know. Isn't that weird?
As Miley Cyrus's mom is accused of stealing her new British husband from her other daughter, the singer falls out with the father. Is the notoriously chaotic Cyrus family even more dysfunctional than we thought?
Yeah, it says a family insider accusing her, meaning Noah, of fabricating the romance to paint herself as a victim in this family feud.
Opa.
Oh, yeah.
Even on
This
TMZ.
is nice and messy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Ain't that a reality show?
like I
Yeah,
said, you
I
can have
would
all the
tune
money.
into this. If this was a reality show, I would tune into that.
You can have all the money, and still you got these problems.
Yep.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on, man. There's just so much fish in the sea. So much fish in the sea.
People are lazy.
I mean, I get that Tish and Dominic are closer in age than Noah and Dominic, but come on.
Yeah.
Once your kid's got on a date with the person,
There's a
that's off
30-year
limits.
gap between Noah
Yeah, but
and
we just
only,
talked about this
only a
yesterday.
4-year gap between the mom.
Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday.
You asked about the one date or two dates. Like your sister Tammy had one date with the guy that your other sister Kelly ended up marrying, and that was just like one thing. But like if you like a full relationship, like 3 years, and then your mom or your sister marries that guy, that's just weird.
As long as you didn't have relations.
Yeah, but if you're with somebody for 3 years,
Well, you definitely did.
It can
Oh,
really
right.
set
I'm
people
just
off.
saying, like,
right?
if you went on a few dates and it was just dates.
It can really. It's funny because somebody had left a listener line call about that. Had a 17-year friendship ended over this, and there wasn't even like any intimacy.
hold on a second, guys. Look at this text. Why are we acting like Tish is the famous one in the relationship? Dominic Purcell is an incredible actor with way more
That is true. It is-
and way more famous than
credits.
Tish and Noah combined.
What is the biggest thing she's done is what? Give birth?
That's Miley.
Oh, you
Miley.
sound like Ricky Bobby. All you did is give birth to hot, smoking hot baby.
All you did
Smoking
was make a
baby.
hot daughter.
Hot
But
daughter, yeah.
You're right, though.
All you did was make a hot
He's the one
daughter.
that was in Prison Break. That show was huge back in the
It wasn't. It was on
mid-2000s.
for a long
It was-
time, right?
yeah.
They brought it back even, I think,
Oh, they did.
a few years ago. I thought. they
Was
brought
it
back.
every
Did he ever
season?
get out?
Yeah,
Did he ever
Was
prison
every
break?
season a different prison break or what?
I think he broke
never
them out the
watched-
first season, and they go to like another country, and then they were in prison again. Or
Well, they got bad luck to get caught all the time.
Prison Break was on from 2005 to 2017.
Whoa, that's a long time.
but it took a break, didn't it?
It says Prison Break 2009 was the final break. It just says.
Did he ever get out?
Yeah, I think they
Yeah,
got
does
out.
he get out?
I think they got
out of
out,
prison.
but then they went to like some like Colombia or something. You know, they went
then
to
he gets jailed again.
I didn't watch the show. It was the same
Hey,
time
is it-
24 was
I
out.
didn't. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you watch 24?
Oh,
My
I
dad
love
loved
First
that
two
show.
seasons.
Yeah.
24 was the
The
best.
genius of that show is they give you like halfway through, they'd give you an ending to that
little
first-
closure.
Yes.
Yeah.
and then start something else that was
The
even.
clock always like. dun, dun.
That guy had a busy 24 hours.
He did always.
Like, I go to the grocery store and, maybe
That'd be funny
take a
if they did
shower. That's my 24.
Well, that was the whole episode.
Just him
Yeah,
doing
just
that.
him like
That was
you
that
know,
one
You never
hour.
saw him
Waking
eat.
up,
taking
You
a
never
nap,
saw him shower,
shaving,
sleep,
showering.
like
Yeah.
nothing. He
oh,
didn't
no,
do any
he
of
never
that.
slept, never ate, never pooped.
Nope.
There was
nothing.
only one scene of 24
How
that
funny.
I've ever seen, and it
Oh,
was
it's
where
great.
the president, Dennis Haysbert, that's his
Yeah.
name. He's the Allstate guy.
Yeah.
He's the president, right? So
Yes.
somebody shakes his hand, and they had put like some kind of a film on their
That was the last
hand.
episode I ever saw.
That's the only scene
kidding
I've
me?
ever seen of 24.
That's where the
where
show
they shake the hand of the
started
president.
getting
make
I've
the
only seen like 2 episodes.
Oh
or 2
my
seasons.
God! Like season 4 was the best. That show.
Does it hold up though if I watched it now?
Yeah, it really does. I mean, it's good.
If you think that holds up, then you should watch Scandal
Okay.
because
The Scandal was
it's the
good.
same kind of crazy. It is the same
Just
kind
so
of
many
crazy.
good shows to watch out
All right,
there.
today is the last day of the month, my friends. It's the extra day of the month that we've gotten. So that means dumb question amnesty.
And shout out to our listener because they reminded me. I forgot it was the last day.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Like we're talking about the last day. We didn't think
Because they had a question. They go, "Hey, you could do DQA today?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, yeah, we do that."
Dumb question amnesty. It's where there's no question too dumb. You will not be ridiculed for not knowing the answer. We've had questions like, how do they get those lines on the football field so fast and erase them when we're watching football, blue and yellow lines? That's computer generated. It's not actually on the field. What part of the fish is the filet mignon? That is not a fish.
But we didn't laugh.
Nope. That's why it's called Dumb Question Amnesty. 713-390-KRBE. Call us with your questions next on The Roula and Ryan Show.
104.1 KRBE.
Now,
Time for Roula and Ryan's Dumb Question Amnesty.
You can ask us anything at 713-390-KRBE. Could even be a question about the
I
show.
don't know if I'll tell you.
Somebody
We'll
texted
try.
us real quick.
We'll try.
Here, we'll start with this real fast text about 86ing. Have you heard that? Like, 86 the
Oh,
cream
yeah.
gravy or 86
Yeah,
the biscuits.
I mean, it means
86 the
what does
crawfish.
it
rid of it.
In a restaurant, why do they say
But why do they say-
86? They said this goes back to the 20s. It sounds like nix it. 86 it.
Nix it.
They said it's from
A
like,
misunderstanding?
We're in the 20s.
no, the
1920.
1920s.
Well, that's because
It's
you
a
ran.
slang
That's
meaning-
because you ran out, right?
Yeah, you run out. 86 is a slang meaning to throw out, get rid of, or refuse service to. It comes from the 1930s, soda counter slang, meaning the item is sold out. It's like nix it, 86 it. They just picked that phrase.
Hey, that 86.
Weird.
Yeah, and it's funny. I've never questioned why I ever said 86 it when my waitressing days. I just
We
It
don't
makes it
know.
sound
We don't know
faster.
the origin of all these slangs.
right.
You wonder how long they'll last. Also,
this is funny.
that lasted 90 years.
Like awesome seems to last a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
people still say that
Like,
word.
I can say awesome and my kid won't look at me weird, but if I say sus, she's like, "Oh God, Dad."
Don't do
Yeah.
that. Don't do that.
Cringe. And crusty. She says crusty a lot too or something. I'm like, what?
Crust like the Krusty Krab.
Drippy.
That's crusty or something. I'm like,
Drip.
what
Did
the-
she say ick?
I don't hear the ick too much.
I hate that one.
If my brother says stuff that his kids say, like if he even says that sounds sus,
You put him down?
I'm like, bro, don't you ever come at me like that? Like, if something's cool, it's off the chain. It's still off the chain. Remember, that's how we say it.
Hey, you stick to
No,
it.
but
It's
sus
not
is
like-
not supposed to be cool. Sus
No,
is
I know.
suspicious.
I'm just
Okay.
saying,
Oh,
like,
I hear you're saying.
there's other,
Okay.
he says other things too.
Oh, Eric,
Got
crusty,
it.
an adjective used to describe old people. Gross, unidentified subject.
Oh, I thought she was complimenting me.
Oh,
Damn it.
man,
No.
that's bad.
You're not.
All right.
Something nice about you.
713-390-KRBE. Caitlin's up first. Hi, Caitlin. Welcome to Dumb Question Amnesty. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
What's going on?
I'm
What's your
here
question?
with my 2 kids, and our question today, actually, my 7-year-old asked me the other day, and I said, it's almost the end of the month. We'll call on Dumb Question Amnesty.
Yay!
And she wants to know what KRB stands for, what it means, why we have to have the 4 letters after radio stations.
Oh, this is a good one. Oh, by the way,
Call
what
letters.
are your kids' names, Caitlin?
Carson is my 7-year-old who had the question, and then Charlie is my almost 5-year-old who's here also.
Carson and Charlie.
Hey, guys.
That sounds
I
like
love those
a
names.
fun bar. Carson and Charlie's.
Oh, yeah.
Like Carlos and
CC.
Charlie's.
Carlos and Charles. and,
Carson and Charlie's.
Cozumel or
Okay, so we've had this radio question before about the W's and the K's. Everything west of the Mason-Dixon line is a
Mississippi.
K. I'm sorry.
Mississippi.
West of the Mississippi is a K radio station. Everything on the other side is a W radio station. Then you have the 3 letters after that. And RBE, there has been contention, and we've even had the grandchild of the creator of KRBE on the show. Roland Baker and his wife Edith created KRBE. And for a long time, people thought it was Roland, Baker, and Edith, RBE. But it actually was for Radio Broadcasting Excellence. Roland Baker created KRBE back in, 1958? November 8, 1959, because his wife loved classical music, Caitlin, and there was no radio station that offered that. And in the old days, I don't even remember this, there was a TV guide in the newspaper, and you could see what was going to be on TV. Do you remember those days, or are you too young for that? Okay. So he would take out, and he would go door to door with his son with a grid of what they were going to play on this broadcast station they bought at 104.1 frequency. And they would hand out the guide of the classic music that
People knew what was playing.
Edith Baker loved the classics and the big band. So it's Roland and Edith Baker, but it's actually radio broadcasting excellence.
It's not Kirby because of...
No, not because of the street.
What a coincidence that that's their names and it stands for that.
Yeah,
Oh.
it really was.
Yeah.
And basically, we have the letters to distinguish transmitters. This began in the 1920s. Government regulators assigned them. They randomly assigned call letters back then.
Okay, here's what's funny. If you go to Google and you just Google KRBE, the drop down, it tells you all the stuff. And the drop down questions people also ask, what's the text line for KRBE? Where's the headquarters of KRBE? Who is Roula Christie? That's funny. Caitlin, thanks so much for calling the show and listening with your kids. Carson and Charlie, have a great day at school. That's a great question, guys.
Good luck.
Thanks, guys. That was great.
Say bye.
You're so cute. You can hear yourselves later on podcasts if you want to tell your friends and family at school that y'all were on the radio.
Well, I think yay. Okay, thank you guys. Y'all have a great day.
Sweetie, take
Y'all
care.
stay
Hi.
safe.
And our station's like one of the few that we don't have like a moniker or like a...
Yeah,
Just
it's
KRBE. We're not known as like the buzzard.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or there was when I moved to Philly, there was one called Alice.
Yeah.
Like, why is the station called Alice?
Well, in the old
Yeah,
days, they had people trying to remember. They wanted people to really remember.
Yeah, they have radio
There's
stations
Bob
like
and
the
Pat
Pig.
and Alice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they'd be like
Yeah,
whatever.
mascots too. The Power
Oh, yeah.
Pig.
Oh yeah, there was what was the mascot for? KRB didn't have a mascot when I was a young kid, but
No, we
there was
never
another
did.
station that did have a Tukey bird. I don't know what
That was
is.
93Q before they went country.
Yeah, it was a pop station.
And then KLOL, didn't they have like a jukebox?
Oh, they had the
did. They
runaway
had
radio.
The runaway radio.
The
and they
runaway
also had
radio.
the Silver Surfer. They had like a silver skull with a lightning bolt going through its
Kind
head.
of looks like a
They didn't
T2
get sued
chaos.
No.
for stealing from the Silver
Yeah,
Surfer.
Google a Silver Surfer head, KLOL.
Silver Surfer's a real thing.
Yeah, it's a comic book character.
Oh, I had no
Fantastic
idea.
Four.
Oh,
I think there was even a movie.
Yeah, he was in it.
that's funny. Okay, well, I don't know. I know there's a lot of pollen in the air and people have problems with their health. This dumb question, amnesty question, maybe Kevin can help us with tinnitus.
You're the
and
allergy
sinus
expert,
problems.
Kevin.
Cervantes. Am I saying your name right? Cervantes.
Yes, Mr. Cervantes. Shout out to my second period PACE class at Langham Creek High School.
Yes! Cervantes! What is your question, sir, for dumb question amnesty?
Well, and the kids actually brought it up, and they said, how come a little bitty Claritin pill is you take the same dosage for a girl that weighs 100 pounds or a guy that weighs 250 pounds takes that exact same little bitty pill? Why don't they take 3 if they're 2 or 3 times their weight?
That's a good question.
Yes.
We are
Actually,
not pharmacists.
those medications are bad for you, and you should not take them over a period of time because it will give you things like Alzheimer's eventually, according
Do
to
we
research. So go to Aspire Allergy and Sinus.
I was going to say, you better make sure you back that up with some sorcery.
You go to Aspire Allergy and Sinus, and they will tell you exactly.
Sources.
They'll even come out and do a presentation for you at AspireAllergyandScience.com.
But that doesn't answer his question.
That doesn't answer. Yeah.
No.
Well,
Yeah, now
there
you
you go.
You just
We
did a
have-
commercial.
Yeah. That's what I'm here for.
Mr. Cervantes.
That might be too smart
That
of a
is a really
question.
good question that your kids asked, and because we're not pharmacists or doctors, I can't. I guess we could Google an answer, but I don't really. That's just a really good observation, based on your weight. Because for kids' medicine, like I have chewable Motrin for my kids, based on their weight.
Yeah.
Either they take 1 chewable, 2
Yep.
chewables, or 3 chewables.
But you fill up to the line for...
Yeah, or you fill it up to 7.5 or 5, and
1.25 milliliters and
Yeah.
1.875.
Exactly. So why don't we take 3 Claritin?
Yeah.
As opposed to 1 Claritin, because I guess it's enough power in that 1 Claritin.
Are you looking
or
it up, Ryan?
Allegra.
I am trying
Okay.
to, but when
Because
you
if you take 3, you might die from that.
I'm sure some
I
pharmacists
don't know
listening going, I know it all.
Yes.
I can't get to you guys in time.
Let me see if
Oh,
my...
here
I
it
just
is.
like stumping Special K.
Yeah,
I
that's a good
I
one,
got
Mr.
this.
Cervantes. What time does school get going, Mr. Cervantes? What time does class start?
I'm actually in the parking lot, so we started at 7:15.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Here's what
time.
it says. The
coffee.
concentration of the drug does depend on body size and composition. In research, it's normal to see doses quoted as milligrams of substances per kilogram of body mass.
But on the box, it says take one, not to take more than 2 in 24-hour period. Depending on which one you're taking, Allegra, Zyrtec,
I guess the kids,
Claritin.
the light kid's liver is working a little bit harder than the heavier person's liver.
Maybe. Yeah. So
On the weekends, my liver is working really hard.
Have a great day, sir. Tell your kids we all said hello. Thanks for the question.
I love that.
Oh, and you know what? Here's what's great, Mr. Cervantes. People who listen have the answer. Heather's a nurse. She said she has the answer for that.
Look at that.
Boom, let's get the answer. Hi, Heather. Welcome to the show.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, we're great. What's the answer for why don't we take more than one Claritin, Allegra, Zyrtec based on weight?
So not all medications are weight-based. All medications have two functions, right? You look at if they need to be weight-based, and then you also look at half-lives. And the way medications work is you take a medication as often as you need to meet that half-life. So a 24-hour pill, the half-life is 12. It does not matter how much you weigh because the mechanism of action of Claritin does not work on how big you are, but it works on the cellular level.
Okay.
Look at you.
Man, I feel smarter just hearing that, honey.
You're too smart to be listening to us.
That is great. Heather?
Wow.
The way allergy medicines work is they stop the reaction inside your body that you have based on that allergen. And so if you attack the point where the allergen starts and you stop that action, then you stop the allergy.
Oh,
Nice.
very interesting. There
I
you
love
go.
it.
Never knew.
Thanks for the answer, Heather. Now Mr. Cervantes can tell his class when they listen back to the podcast of the Roula and Ryan Show.
I got the answer.
I stumped them, but then Nurse Heather to the rescue.
Saved us many list.
You want to give your team a shout out, or I guess you're on to work, or you coming
Yeah, you
home
going
from
to
work?
work?
What's your timeline, Heather?
I am on my way to work. I'm a family nurse practitioner. I work in school-based health, but I'd like to give a shout-out to Mr. Cervantes because I'm a 92 Langham Creek graduate.
Oh,
Okay.
that's so awesome.
have fun.
That's
Look
pretty
how full
cool.
circle that is. I love it. All right, well, you have a wonderful day.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
All right,
Heather,
take care.
Time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan Show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Something really cool is happening at the rodeo today. Today is Sensory Friendly Day at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. From 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, select areas of the park will have minimal lights and minimal sounds to accommodate visitors with sensory sensitivities. The rodeo has provided a list of 31 sensory day rides in Kid Country and Kidland that'll be operating during those hours. So if you've got a child that has sensory issues, today is the day to go. And this is from Click 2 Houston. More and more people are shining lasers at pilots flying above Houston, Texas. Last year alone, it happened over 400 times. According to data from the FAA, pilots flying above Houston reported 473 laser strikes. Y'all, what are you trying to do? Crash a plane? If you're caught with one of these lasers, you could get a fine of up to $11,000 per violation. We can do better, Houston. That's what's going down in H-Town.
What's coming up next? Roula and Ryan's Roses. It's where somebody feels their mate is cheating. They have suspicions, and we're going to find out next on the Roula and Ryan Show.